What up, folks? I'm Ultrazilla, and this is a little bit of an Organizing Ultrazilla's Toys. Not going to do any organizing here, but I am following up on my channel update regarding the little bit of a flood that I had here over the weekend. And just, let you know what I did. There was some organizing that happened in that time. I didn't film anything, and there's not going to be any actual organization here. But this is just a follow-up to that video, and best served to be within this series because it has to do with a lot of the stuff that I've been struggling with here in the cleanup of this spot, and it just kind of made me jump start everything. So let's do the jump, and then we'll talk about it further. So first up, I do want to say thank you for all the love and support over the last few days, whether you were on Instagram, whether you're here on YouTube, on Facebook, wherever. You sent me a message. I really appreciate that. I do want to put things in perspective, though. Like, this wasn't a major flood. I've been witness to major floods. I've had relatives that have lost their entire apartments to flood. I've had friends that have lost a ton in floods. This wasn't that. I had water here, for sure. There was a flood that happened here, for sure. I threw out a ton of stuff, for sure. But just to put in perspective, this wasn't a crazy flood. Like I said, I've bore witness to like floods where it was like almost waist deep in water. And that's here, in NYC, and that's really bad. So, I just wanted to say that right out of the gate because it's really important, to have some perspective on this, and for me to have some perspective on this, that this could have been a lot worse. And it really could have been a lot worse had, the storm that happened last night, because we had another major storm, a real major storm, happened over the weekend when the other storm happened, which messed things up here. Luckily, we were able to fix, I think right now at least, fix what caused the flood. So that led to, this past storm not being that bad. So let me show you exactly what happened here. Out through here, coming out of my studio, that's the bathroom down here. Water started cascading out of the shower drain out here, right into the floor, just all through here into my toy room. There was also water in our laundry room, which would have been good if this was cut differently. The water would have just came out of here and straight there, but it's not. It is what it is. And the water just came all the way out here, through everything, and into my toy room. Just a nice sheet of water through everything. What we think happened was that the storm was just enough, the weekend storm was just enough to break the camel's back. There must have been a backup in that system and roots in that system, because that's what the plumber was able to surmise from snaking through, and there wasn't that much really blocking it. But down the system, it appears there was, and that's how, and I don't know what he did, but whatever he did, he pushed it through. Now the water, everything was flowing, because late Saturday night, we were having a bit of trouble flushing the toilet 2 floors up, which was very odd. It was going down, but it was like, I don't know, it didn't seem clogged. It seemed just not going down completely. And overnight, that's when the stuff happened. So there was some sort of backflow that happened. There was a clog at one end, and, us trying to flush maybe is, what made it go up. It is what it is. So I did have water all through here. There was a ton of cardboard boxes, ton of product boxes, anything that was on the floor, product and cardboard, ruined. And it was a lot. I threw away a ton of stuff. The only thing that has a little water damage that I kept was this box. This one of the sides of this box. I think it's this side. Got a little bit of damage. This was the Pac-Man that I got at that convention that I exhibited at in like September. So I'm gonna do this review soon, get it out of here, and then toss this box because I don't want anything that's like water damaged. Other than that, everything else was thrown away. A really good thing about this, though, again, sometimes you gotta take the good with the bad. It jump-started me cleaning, and what Organizing Ultrazilla's toys could not do, a storm surely did, and a little bit of a flood surely did. But I got this place, I got the floor cleaned up. Like, everything is up off the floor. It's not organized, but it's up off the floor, except those guys are always down there, the bigger guys. The water didn't go that way. Like, I guess there's a little bit of a, an incline there, and it didn't go that way. It came this way. Like, there was, like, puddles underneath all of this stuff. So it wasn't, like, a ton of water, but it was, like, enough, I gotta say, though, as much as I hate losing all those boxes, if I didn't have all those boxes down, there would have been a lot more water. The boxes, especially the cardboard boxes, soaked up a ton of water. So that helped a little bit. It was unfortunate, but it helped a little bit. So any boxes that are here now are fresh boxes, and there's also stuff that went in these bags that were, they were around here. So that's a good thing. I also have like a pile of boxes up there now of stuff, and some more stuff went back there, which is overfilled now. And a lot of the toys that were on the floor, a lot that were wet that I had to clean up, that just got tossed into whatever section. When this happens, you just gotta just get things done as quick as possible. You can't dilly-dally, you can't care about, everything. One thing that was good, though, I reorganized my Mechagodzilla shelf. That was after all the hard work was done, and I needed to get started on my reviews. I was like, you know what, let me reorganize this so it look, since this is like the big thing behind my reviews, So I reorganized the Mechagodzillas, at least. So to mention, one of the things we did was we had a bunch of fans going. This is the only one that's still here because this is my usual fan that I have in here in the summertime. I made these fans go, this and two others, in here all at once because I have a couple of things here that I can't get under very well, and moving in is not really an option right now, so I had to make sure things were dry, and I dried everything else, got up all the water everywhere else. But we also have all these floor radiators that I cranked up the heat on, and then I think that did the job. I don't smell anything, which is good, because it did smell in here when I was doing this stuff, but all the smells are up, or gone. So between the cardboard, the stuff that I did, all the water I did get up, and the fans going, fairly certain we got all the water done. I gotta say, again, the boxes did a good job. And I am gonna replace everything with totes, but the totes had a ton of water under them. For some reason the water, because I don't know why, but it was just pooling underneath all of the totes. So it was like little lakes underneath all those totes. So that's something to consider. But at least all the figures in there were dry and everything was good, and it was just soaking up the water. These guys were just all ruined, and it was just a ton of work getting rid of all the boxes. So while it was a ton of work, to get this place clean, Cleaning of the figures, throwing out all those boxes, like both product and cardboard. I gotta again stress this could have been a lot worse had the two storms been reversed, because the storm last night again didn't affect us, and that was probably because of the work the plumber did on Sunday. So thankfully, that was a good thing that ended up happening. And this was a lot of work. I was exhausted. You might have seen my pics on Instagram, like the stick a fork in me pic. I was truly exhausted. My body was so sore. And mostly because I had to do all of this room and that room on my own. My wife, when this went down, came down here. We were doing stuff together. She was cleaning her section that got affected, and then cleaning the bathroom. But then she got a really bad migraine, and which she gets every once in a while, and it's just like she can't do anything when that happens. So it is what it is. But I ended up having to do all of this on my own, which was fine. It is my stuff. I put myself in this situation by having so much stuff. Oh boy, it was tiring. But it kick-started me like an organizing has never been able to. And it put things in perspective for me. Like, this could be a lot worse. Don't make this happen again. So those boxes that I showed you before where I put stuff in, and these boxes here, they're all gonna be going. I gotta get more totes, and even though oddly there's a lot of water under the totes, but at least nothing was ruined, right? But I'd rather have the totes, so I have to switch to totes. This was the lesson learned there. And the other lesson is, one of the other lessons is, do not keep product boxes. I am so done with product boxes, guys. I was done with them prior to this, but this put it into further view that I cannot keep boxes here, and they gotta go. And it's too many things here. It's just too much. The figures themselves are a lot. The boxes are just, I can't deal anymore. So they gotta go. I mostly was keeping import boxes, but no more. Something comes in, I get it reviewed, that's it with the box. I gotta get more baggies to put accessories in of different sizes. That's how I'm gonna go, and then everything goes into the totes that's not gonna be displayed. So, or it just gets sold, But that has to change. When something like this happens, if you don't learn from it, you're doomed to make it happen again. And I feel like I have learned a valuable lesson here about what could happen if you don't get this stuff under control. Organizing Ultrazilla's toys has different goals now. We've shifted the focus. We are going to be organizing the shelves because a lot of things got piled into shelves. We are going to be organizing the shelves more, so I have a more of a clear view of how this room looks. And then, we hit every box. We, transfer every, box and bag, cardboard box and bag into a tote, into baggies. We clear out that back room finally and, make it a better storage room. So, yeah, there's things to be done. Organizing definitely has taken a different flavor than it was just a few days ago. It's crazy that I had just done one of these, but as the kickoff to 2024 cleaning, but this was the true kickoff. So perspective again, I'm very happy it wasn't worse. It felt really, really bad to me on Sunday. But thinking back on it and thinking about what I've seen and what I've dealt with, with family and friends, this was nowhere near as bad. But I do thank everybody again for reaching out. That was really cool. I really do appreciate it. And, we move forward from here. We get back to work and we keep this place a little bit better kept than it was. So, Unorganizing, that's all about lessons learned. And there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Till next time, peace out, peeps.